partners, in this last report, we explored some of the little-known aspects of the amazing career of late General Douglas MacArthur. Well, in this report, our final of the series of the three, we'll wrap things up and talk about Douglas MacArthur's legacy. If we've discovered anything about the late Douglas MacArthur, it's that he was a very complicated man. Some thought he was too headstrong to get the job done, but others say that MacArthur needed to be that headstrong in order to command the way he did. Now, this is in both the Second World War and during the Korean War. Golly, General Douglas MacArthur. He did, though, reach a point where he might have gotten too big for his britches. That's funny to say that, but it's right. Now, you guys watching this may be too young to remember this, but during the Korean War, President Harry Truman, that was MacArthur's commander-in-chief, kept getting reports that thousands of miles away over in Korea, MacArthur was holding press conferences, and when he said, "I'm speaking for America," he began to make big threats. Some were about the possibility of the United States using atomic bombs on the Korean Peninsula. Man alive, partners, when Truman found out about that, he was more than angry. He got in a plane, flew to Korea to meet with MacArthur and ask him what the heck he was doing. Can you imagine our commander-in-chief going over there to see MacArthur? Well, anyway, when Truman arrived, he was told that MacArthur was in an airplane circling the airfield. MacArthur wanted Truman to land first so that he, MacArthur, could be welcomed by Truman. How opposite can you get? Well, little feisty Harry Truman, in no uncertain terms, instructed the pilot of MacArthur's plane to land. Not after a while, land immediately. Oh, wait a minute, that's not all. Partners, there's one report that said Truman was so mad, he told the pilot if he didn't land, he'd shoot the plane down. Can you imagine that? Now that's Commander-in-Chief talking. Okay, no, wait. When Truman got back to Washington, he continued to hear that MacArthur was not going through the proper commands. He reportedly turned to his Pentagon chief. Well, get ready for this. This is history. He turned to the Pentagon chief and said, "Fire that son of a bitch!" Now, don't get mad at me. Truman took a lot of criticism. I'm going in for fitting. Truman took a lot of criticism for that decision. But he did not let anyone forget that he, Truman, was commander-in-chief. Now, before wrapping up this third report on Douglas MacArthur, let's go back for one more memory about the old soldier. It was on the 12th of May, 1964, that MacArthur gave his final address at West Point, the school he loved so much. And yes, we all remember him saying, "Old soldiers never die. They just fade away." Well, he made that memorable quote back in 1951 during his farewell to Congress. But he said something in his final address at West Point that I'd like to quote today. Partners, listen to this. His words are amazing. They're lovely and right to the point. I'm quoting him now when he said, "The shadows are lengthening for me. The twilight is here. My memories are wondrous beauty watered by tears and caressed by the smiles of yesterday. I listen then for the faint blowing of taps, the far-off sound of guns, and the sounds of the battlefield. But at the end, my memories always come back here to West Point. And three words: duty, honor, country." Partners, three little words: duty, honor, country. Wow. Duty, honor, country. I couldn't say it any better. Duty, honor, country. Partners, those are the things that young people today need to hear. We need to hear that it's so important. It knows why we're here. And the generations that are following us, someday they'll know where we're going and how to take us there. Well, you know the drill. Look up there and see those three little boxes. One on the farthest right has a red X in it. And when you click that one, it'll take you back to my report page. Don't click anything else, just that one with the X in it. Dexter, that's my writer. Dennis, thank you so much for letting me tell the story about this big man who had that long corn cob pipe. And he stood straight when he was big, standing up there. You faithful donors are so great. Douglas MacArthur. I wish I could talk more and more about him. But I love each one of you. Just go back to my page right now. In the future, you got some people that you like. Tell me about them, and Dennis will honor them as our honorees, just like we have MacArthur. Again, I love each of you so very much. Go get 'em, Tigers!